Episode 10.
Fuck yeah. Holy
Episode
shit, how do
10,
we get
baby.
here? How do we get here, bro?
Persistence.
Started from the bottom now.
Just keep going, even
That's
though you
it.
got nothing to keep going with.
That's it.
Eventually you create something, hey?
That's it, eh? It's good
No,
though.
it's-
it feels a bit unreal. It doesn't.
No,
I don't know. It feels good.
Because we've been talking
Feels
about
good.
this episode literally since like episode 2. Like when we talk
imagine when
to
we
each
get
other.
to 10.
We're like, imagine when we get to 10, how big it's going to be. Oh my God.
Yeah,
And
well,
it's-
we're gonna have 1 million subscribers and
yeah, nothing's changed,
Yeah,
but
we
it
still
feels
have to.
it feels good. Like,
Yeah, it feels
like
good.
episode 10
Feels
is like,
good. Feels
because we do an episode every week. This is our 10th week.
Yeah.
Not to mention, you know, the like little recordings we did beforehand anyway.
Yeah. So we've been doing that consistent for
10
a
weeks
while
now. Probably
yeah.
probably 12, maybe 13 weeks even.
Yeah, that's true.
Because those
Yeah.
ones were shit and we couldn't
Yeah,
put them out. That was so terrible. But
maybe one day we'll like
yeah.
if when
No,
we're
but
retiring or
No,
something.
the audio's bad. Though. Remember the audio was bad?
Oh yeah.
That's why we literally couldn't put it
Yeah,
out, because
that's
the
true,
audio
that's
was
true. I
like
forgot about
stuffed
that.
up. Like
I forgot
halfway
about
through it was like
Yeah.
like the whole way.
That was so fucking. I remember
was such a
after we
letdown.
recorded it, listening back to it, like, oh fuck. But it feels like we sort of got the hang of it now.
Well,
so
we've stuck to it. 10 weeks, 10 episodes. This is the 10th episode.
that's it.
So
This is it.
We've got. I think we've got a lot more energy for this episode
Fuck yeah.
than I
Fuck
don't
yeah.
know, last week or even the week before, because we kind of, I don't know. Okay, well, first of all, I'll just mention we're trying to. I wouldn't really call it a segment or anything, but we want to kind of put in a thing each week where we kind of bring some information to the table. It might be just random topics or random facts or anything, or it could even be, you know, news of the week or something. But
Yeah.
we want to.
Yeah.
This is more for us to kind of. It's like our training kind of, because last week especially it was fine. I think it was a good episode, but we did just kind of wing it.
Yeah,
And it was fine.
I mean, we kind of wing
Most of them.
most of the
Yeah.
episodes, but
Yeah, and we obviously don't want it to be super duper planned out. That's not the point. It's more just
Yeah.
like we're going to bring things to talk about because we found that we can kind of go anywhere with the topic, you know?
yeah, exactly.
If we got something to go off, we can...
Exactly.
And it's like, you know,
And that's what we do best.
that's what we do best.
We're good
and-
at talking shit.
Yeah, we're good at just rambling
That's
on pages. So, like last episode, it just takes us that extra minute or two to kind of get going.
Yes.
But instead, we're going to start giving ourselves little topics or things to go off, right?
Yeah, well, add a bit more personality to the show, make it a bit more interesting. Like, we don't want to make it, all right, cool, now we're going to bombard you with a bunch of information and sort of take it to school, but it's more like, hey, did you like that crocodile contraceptive from the last episode? Like, it was a fucking random shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, it was fucking random as fuck.
Well,
And
that's because, you know, we do go deep on a lot of, like, we get deep in our heads a lot on these
Yeah.
on the, you know, episodes we do. We get
Yeah.
really deep and we start chatting, and that's cool. But then it's also, I think you and I also crave a little information, like
Yeah,
legit
well, yeah,
information
we- yeah,
where we can
exactly.
go, oh,
Yeah.
cool, and
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
learn, because, you know, like, as much as I enjoyed the last 2 episodes, I felt like we stagnated a little bit, just in the fact that we were kind of we were pulling stuff out of anywhere, just
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
go
yeah,
for things,
yeah,
and it didn't
yeah.
feel horrible, but it was just, I could tell that it's like we needed something like this, and I already feel excited to get into it, you know what I mean? So
I mean, that's not to say we're still gonna like fucking go
Yeah,
off the rails and
we
shit. Like,
can't
it's
not.
not gonna be that structured, so don't expect
don't
a big change. You know what I mean? But now that we're up to episode 10, we want to sort of have it a bit more structured.
and just celebrate this episode a little bit.
Yeah,
I know
exactly,
it might sound
exactly.
ridiculous to you guys listening, but like for us,
Yeah, it's a big deal.
know, yeah, it's just
Even though it's not.
just for us
It's
too.
not, but
It's a
it
fun
is.
thing. It's like cool, 10 episodes. For some reason, we got it stuck in our head that episode 10 was going to be a good one, or a milestone, which it is. It's 10 weeks. Episode
And
20 will be the same.
Do you want to tell people about our collaboration with Timothy as well? Our
Timothy?
mate Timothy Ong.
So first of all, you
From
know
Melbourne?
his. Do you know his business, or like how would we promote?
Well, we'll put his shit on the
Okay.
links and everything. You know, his Instagram page and whatnot. So yeah, we'll definitely give him a shout out. I think his studio is called Verismo or something. Verismo Studios. So
Okay.
yeah, look that up on
Well,
Instagram.
we'll link it anyway because we upload to straight to the SoundCloud. I don't think we can put on like the iTunes and the Google. We can't put a description or anything. So only the SoundCloud is the place where we can put things like that for him. So we'd appreciate it if you are, interested at all. Just that's where you can find that stuff.
Yeah,
it'll be on the SoundCloud, and I'll put it on the YouTube as well. Not many people check out the YouTube, but if you just want to hop over and have a look at this guy. Anyway, Timothy's our mate, and he's made us a little sound intro.
Yeah,
and we fucking love it.
You reckon we should play a sneak peek just for the listeners?
I don't know if it would sound terrible. We might play it at the end.
Yeah, okay.
We'll just play a bit at the end as like an outro. we'll put the phone next.
It's not final yet,
No.
so he's still sort of tweaking it for us.
But this is gonna be our little intro song, and it's very personal to us.
Yeah,
it's
got
great.
some good
and
vibes.
He did an excellent job.
Oh, he fucking
absolutely
awesome,
smashed it out of the park.
Smashed it.
We left it completely in his hands, and he just did it.
He's just like, all right, what kind of vibe do you want?
Yeah, like it's fucking nothing.
Yeah,
like,
and then just out of nowhere.
It's absolutely awesome.
Check it out, boys. I was a bit nervous when I was clicking on that link. I'm like, oh fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's a mate. You don't want to be like, bro, this is garbage.
Trash. Do you like fucking,
No,
it was him about it, or
no,
but it's awesome, man.
Absolutely excellent. It really, I don't know, captures the kind of thing we're going for. It's like it's kind of goofy, a bit spacey, and a bit it's a good time, and
it's just good vibes.
Little
it's just
sound
got
bites
that
are
good
great.
vibes.
Yeah, it's got that good
chill, but at the same time, like mysterious.
So I'm not sure for this episode, but definitely next episode we'll have it all sorted, and there'll be a little intro music bit and an outro. It's funny how it's taken. I mean, I'm not saying we should have done it earlier, but it's like I remember literally episode 1 and 2. I was like, we got to get a little intro bit, and it's like now here at episode 10, this is our milestone, and then episode 11, it's going to be in for us. So that'll be good stuff. But yeah, massive shout out to Tim. He helped us out heaps on that one.
Yeah.
So
fucking legend.
Yeah, legit legend. So,
Tim the Torb. Dumpling Tim.
Dumpling Tim. That's right.
He has another account called Big W versus Kmart.
Jesus, what does that mean?
Random.
He just makes up random shit. He's the funniest
Tim's a
bloke.
random guy.
He's a funny bloke. Well, listen.
All right, so what's this new,
Yeah,
so we're doing this fact thing?
I don't think we're going to really have a name for it just yet.
All right,
If we can think of a name, that'd be cool, but I don't think it needs a name. It's not like a segment where it's like, dead segment, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, here we go, news hour with this. It's not going to be like that. It's literally just
whatever we bring to the table, pretty much. On the
some
day.
weeks we won't, but I think from now on we're probably going to. We're going to keep this consistent.
Yeah, that's
like
what
the
I'm
podcast
saying.
is consistent.
Yeah, but like the theme of it, like the topics we bring to it, it would be different. It's not going to be the same sort of thing every week.
No.
So
unless
could be anything.
Unless we're really fascinated by it. Like my topics today are all history based because I'm fucking fascinated by history and just the weirdness of it. So that might be the same next week. Or depending on it really all depends, because this is also like our little I don't even know what you call it. Like, it's a podcast as well, but it's also like our little area to kind of just be creative and do our own shit and talk about whatever we want, right? So it's like whatever we're interested in, the time we're going to bring.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
like, we're not going to talk about something that we're not interested in just for the sake of talking. Like, I can't do that. I can't pretend I'm interested in something just for the sake of having a conversation. Well,
that's why I struggle to keep up with current news, because even with some news,
especially lately, it's just the same shit over, like fucking riots again, people shooting each other, like coronavirus. It's like,
well, yeah, literally, and it's like
fuck off.
And yeah, like
honestly,
this isn't going to be a political podcast where we talk about what's going on in the world today. It's like the whole reason we started this podcast was to have our own little area where we could talk about whatever we want.
Just space out.
Get away from it all, man. This is our own little addiction. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so yeah, right now we don't have a name for this little bit. It's probably, like I said, not going to have a little name, but we're just going to make it a thing where we kind of grab a few facts on whatever topic we want. They can be as random as we want. So I chose a theme where it's like history based, but we don't have to.
Yeah, that's right.
We
Yeah,
just choose 3 random facts that we're interested
Exactly.
in. But I chose
just whatever we feel like at the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Well, I'm going to get started straight away. We're going to stick with mine first.
All right. And I don't know what he's got. So
no, I refuse to show you.
So this should be interesting.
He tried to get me to tell him. I was like, I'm not telling you. I want you to react to my weird... Because I looked up some, like, kind of quirky history shit as well.
Okay.
Like, you're going to be like, what?
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, my first one, this is my favourite because it's just so ridiculous.
Okay.
The shortest war in history.
The shortest war in history.
Yeah.
For a second when he said the shortest... I was a bit worried because I thought this was gonna for some reason
be a jab at you. Maybe next time.
All right, okay.
I'll bring it next time.
Alright, so the shortest war in history.
Okay, you threw me off. I'm thinking about you now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the shortest war in history. So it was between Zanzibar and England in 1896, right? So this is probably when. Well, no, sorry. This is when the British Empire was they colonized most of fucking Africa and all this place. You know, they were in control.
Yeah.
So,
Oi, governor.
literally, it lasted 38 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
That's
So I'll give you a bit of backstory because you need a bit of backstory to understand why it was that short.
38 minutes.
Yeah, 38 minutes. So
we roll longer than that. Like our jiu-jitsu matches.
Yeah,
go
legit.
longer than that.
Yeah, well, it's what happens when you're a bunch of fucking whatever dudes with rifles and the British have got fucking artillery boats and shit.
Fair enough.
But anyway,
insta-kill.
so this guy called Khalid, he's the cousin of the current ruler in this area, right? And they're at the palace. Khalid poisons his cousin, who is the leader, and usurps the throne basically that night.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even hide the fact that he's done this. The British government in the area aren't very happy about this, and they're like, "Listen, mate, step down. This is horseshit. You've usurped it in a not very friendly way." And Khalid's like, "Fuck you. I'm not doing that shit." And
I do what I want.
And he assembles 3,000 of his fighters around the palace, right?
Yeah.
And so this is on the 25th of August of that year. And they're all, the British are sending telegrams being like, bro, we need you to surrender. This ain't cool. And Khalid's just ghosting them. He's like, And then they're like, all right, last warning. The British send a telegram to the UK and ask from their government if they've got permission to attack or defend themselves, whatever. And the government's like, yeah, do whatever you feels necessary. So then they send the last telegram to this Khalid guy and they're like, listen, mate, surrender or it's going to be war. And Khalid's like, give him the finger, it's war. So at 9 a.m., this is ridiculous. At 9 a.m., there's 2 British man-of-war boats in the fucking bay, right?
Yeah.
They call for backup for a third. There's 3 British warships in the bay. They start artillery striking the palace. Starts at 9 a.m. At 9:02, all the artillery on the palace is destroyed. All their cannons and shit is destroyed by 9:02. And then for the next 38 minutes until 9:40, they're just nuking the palace.
Wow.
And then the dude Khalid, he bails, and all the fighters have to surrender.
Wow.
So they just nuked the fucking.
Did he die?
Yeah, he bailed. He left as soon
from an underground tunnel or something.
From 9 o'clock to 2 minutes past 9, he bailed. He was like, I'm fucking out of here. The British just like, fuck your shit, man.
I can just picture him just having his coffee in the morning.
He's like, they ain't gonna get shit.
He's like, okay, fuck this, I'm out of here.
He's like, Jesus Christ, I didn't know this was gonna be the part of my
28 minutes or 38?
38 minutes.
38 minutes.
Fuck, so yeah, basically it's like from 9 until 9:40, so 40 minutes. They just nuked the palace for 40 minutes.
Did they kill everyone? Or?
Yeah, so over 500 of Khalid's fighters were killed.
Fuck.
And more were injured. And only 1 British soldier was wounded and he would recovered fine.
He probably just fucking tripped or something.
Yeah, he probably banged his knee on the boat.
Oh,
we're going to put that one down. We're going to write you up, mate. It was hilarious. It's insane though, because I don't even know. It's called a war. Because, I don't know, I just came across it. I was like, shortest war. And I'm not in my books, I wouldn't really call that a war. I just call that a fucking thrashing.
Yeah.
Could you... The British... Because this guy was the leader, though, he usurped the throne and was like, I'm the leader. He is then the leader of that country. The British then would, a takeover. So it was kind of war against the government, the British government and that country now because, the guy's rebelling against the English colony... what is it? The fucking... Whatever.
I wonder what happened to that guy, Khalid, or whatever the fuck his name is.
I don't know. He bailed. He probably
got a haircut, changed his identity.
He's like, I don't know who that guy was. It's like,
Maybe
no
he's
idea.
what's his name? Khalid?
Khalid.
Maybe he's a DJ now.
Bro, this is 1896. It's a long time ago. Maybe.
DJ, isn't that DJ Khalid? DJ Khaled? He's like
Yeah,
the same
but
sort of.
he'd be, how old would he be?
Maybe that's his son.
100, he'd be like 140 years old.
He's just watching his fucking people die. He's like, another one.
Is that him? Is that him?
Yeah, DJ Khaled, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a
another
different
one.
guy.
No, bro.
Oh, he's a weirdo, man.
Yeah, he is.
He's cool, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the shortest war in history. I just thought that was an
bro,
interesting
that's
fact.
Fucking, yeah, that is pretty short.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not the most hilarious thing, but I just thought it was
No,
interesting.
that is definitely interesting. Fucking oath, it's
There's some more
interesting.
intense ones coming, though, right? This second one,
Okay.
pretty intense.
Hit me up.
So back in ancient Greece,
Okay,
they held, like, I assume the first Olympics, right? Like the first kind of Olympic Games ever. If a married woman were to go watch an Olympic game, she would be executed.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So the whole sting around it was in the Olympics they performed nude. The men were, because the Olympic Games were mainly a men's thing. There was a women event, I think they said, but it was majority men, and they all did it naked. And it was apparently big taboo for a married woman to go and watch all these dongs flopping about at the Olympic Games,
shit.
right?
Yeah.
But then for unmarried women, it was real yes to go watch, so they could meet their future husbands. Look at all the dongs flopping and be like, yeah, baby. So legit, if a married woman even like was caught whiffing around that area, fucking chops her head off.
Damn.
Just head gone.
Damn.
Which is crazy. Because it was apparently, with their beliefs in God and like Zeus and shit,
Yeah.
it would upset Zeus.
But then
If a married woman saw a dong,
yeah,
What?
Zeus used to fuck his own family members and shit. Not even kidding.
oh, I'm sure they still did in Greece.
Yeah. So like, who cares?
For some reason, you're not allowed to see a
That's
dong
fucked.
at the Olympics.
Damn, bro.
But first of all, imagine competing in the Olympics naked. What would be the most shit sport to compete naked in? I'm trying to think Olympic Games.
All right, think of the modern Olympic Games,
That's what I'm trying
but
to
like
think.
naked.
That's what I'm trying
Imagine,
to think.
when with the swimming races, the camera like fucking is underneath, like inside the pool, like goes underneath,
And the
baby's
dick's The dick's just like between the legs going.
There's bubbles coming out of the dick because it's trying to breathe.
Oh, God. I don't watch the Olympic Games, I just realised.
I
think I've
I
watched
used to.
running.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had to
Yeah,
do
that-
the Usain Bolt sprint. Oh,
Fuck,
bro.
imagine you're saying
Have you ever run naked? Like tried to? Bro, what is
I don't know. Let's say no. Let's say no.
I have,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it doesn't
it's
work,
fun, right?
bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
No,
Like it hurts.
Yeah, I know.
You're like, and it's going from side to side, smacking against the legs, and your balls are getting mashed.
Bro, imagine Usain Bolt fucking running it.
And his dick's probably this fucking
Yeah,
long.
exactly. Everyone would be fucking distracted.
He just trips everyone beside him. Everyone running beside him gets
That
tripped
shit is a
up.
fucking weapon.
Or he just, over the shoulder, he just slings over his shoulder and it's like, boom, boom.
Can you imagine UFC like that?
Well, remember UFC 1? Where the dude, okay, so
Oh, yeah,
so
they're wearing the speedos.
you know when someone gets you in a headlock, right, in jiu-jitsu, and you dump them to the ground, they still got you in the headlock, like for the side headlock, right? And
Grabbing
you put it
the
across
balls
their
and shit,
face.
right?
In the first UFC,
I
that
know.
was there, and the dude just leaned on the guy's face. The dude still had him in a headlock, and he just went boom,
Just
boom,
kept on
and just
punching his
punching the
dick.
dude in the dick.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I reckon if it was just nude, there'd be a lot of grabbing,
Yeah, for sure.
you know,
For sure.
pinching,
Tickling.
flicking.
Tickling.
Just jerking off.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make you tap. I'm gonna make you tap, motherfucker. Stop.
They were probably all gay back then, bro. I guarantee most of them were probably into that shit back then. As much as that's fucked, I'd pay to watch that.
Imagine a submission like fucking.
Twisting the dick. Dude just grabs the guy's dick and just starts pulling.
Well, you can actually knock someone out if you grab the balls, twist it, and then pull it. You can knock someone out. I'm not even
What?
kidding. Yeah, you can knock someone out like that.
Like they go unconscious. It's
Yeah.
so painful.
Yeah.
Like they pass
Yeah,
out.
it's just like this technique that fucking assassins used to use or something. You grab the ball,
God.
you twist it, and then you fucking pull it. I've never tried it, so, don't trust me.
I think we get banned from the gym. Hey, Will, I just got this new technique. I just want to try on someone. He's like, okay. Gone. Out.
Insta kill.
Anyway, that's another one. I've only got 3 because I didn't want to make this like the
fair enough.
whole episode.
Just letting you know, by the way, I did not put as much as effort as you have. So my facts are gonna be like.
But yours are a bit more like space based, right?
My facts
we'll thrive off that
papers
shit.
are made out of trees. Fun fact.
Dinosaurs.
All right, what's the third one?
This is a bit dark.
Okay.
I just realized none of mine are
I like that.
happy. I thought they were funny last night when I was looking at them. I was laughing at them, but now I'm like, yeesh, they're a bit full on.
The fuck was I thinking?
So in the mid 1920s,
Yep.
there was a prohibition on alcohol again,
Okay.
and no one was really paying attention. Everyone was still getting pissed. There's a lot of moonshining going on, illegal distilling and stuff like that. So the US government thought, how are we going to fix this problem? Some dickhead goes, I know. Let's poison everyone's alcohol.
What?
Legit poison everyone's alcohol. So they put shit like mercury, zinc, and gasoline
Fuck.
in people's alcohol.
Mercury. That shit's...
Thinking, oh yeah, and they, all the propaganda going, alcohol's killing people now. Didn't stop anybody drinking.
No.
So everyone just kept drinking, and by the end of it, 10,000 people had died.
Damn.
And more, like heaps more, were like fucking seriously ill.
Damn.
And people, like you drink this shit, and because
they did this
whatever
knowingly.
mercury, they did this on
the
purpose to
fuck?
try and stop people. It's like a full conspiracy theory, you know what I mean? Like the government poisoning illegal alcohol is in. I don't know, like illegal bars or something somehow, because like they couldn't stop everyone anyway. So I guess they went to these places, poisoned the distilleries, and then people just kept drinking. And no one stopped though, and that's why all these people died.
Damn.
Because, I don't know, the prohibition, apparently it caused a massive stink. Like, people were like, fuck that, you're banning alcohol, fuck you, or putting a massive tax on all this shit. So people just kept going. Yeah. And the US government couldn't couldn't keep control of the situation. So they just go around poisoning everybody. Wow. Mercury.
You reckon they do shit like that now? We just don't know.
A lot of people, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about that, like fluoride in the water and shit. Yeah. But that's true. Yeah. I think that's proven, isn't it? And they say it's good for your teeth or some shit.
I have no idea.
That's what I've heard.
I know back in ancient Greece times where they would have water cups made out of mercury, and they would drink water from mercury cups, right? And apparently that fucks up the water. Like in this case, you
mercury
also said mercury.
Not good.
What it does, it actually kills your sperm cells. So then it leads to exactly.
Well, apparently most of the people administered to hospitals in this time were like hallucinating like fuck, like tripping
out, damn.
like fully fucked. Whatever. I mean,
some DMT on that bitch.
I know mercury is not good, but I don't know what it does to you. And putting gasoline in it, like just straight up gasoline, that's gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? But it doesn't surprise me. Like I put this in because I was like, it just like you think about things like. Even just like the CIA and stuff, going and starting like foreign wars in foreign countries to like boost the economy of America.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Starting
a
rebellion so they can then sell weapons to the rebellion or whoever they're supporting in this civil war.
It's business.
It's business.
That's what gun manufacturers do as well, man. They fucking sell the
we haven't got enough money at the moment. We've got to start a fucking war or something.
Exactly.
So I'm not surprised. Like that happens. I wouldn't be surprised if heaps of that shit's happening at the moment. And that stuff happens all the time. I'm sure. None of us are supposed to hear about this stuff anyway. It's like I don't know if you watched, but like the Black Ops Cold War. There's like a little cinematic bit where they're in the room.
Yes.
And they're talking about the mission they got to go on. It's like, dude, 5 people know about that shit. You know what I mean? And that probably happens so many times throughout history where only 5 people know about a certain thing. And there's all this like espionage and like secret shit going on that no one ever finds out about.
And like, let's say if they need the army or something to do something, they just brief them in a different way. Else. They just brainwash them and fucking get them to do whatever they want.
Yeah, but that's still pretty hectic. Like the government was like just straight up poisoning that shit and trying to pass it off as alcohol was poisonous. But no one stopped drinking. Everyone was like, fuck you.
That's also fucked too. Like people, when you're hooked into that shit.
Well, that's the thing.
You're
it's
an
like,
alcoholic.
I'm sure back then it was much more like it was just everybody drank.
Oh yeah, because there's nothing else to do.
Everyone,
that was just your thing. You know what I mean?
Which is insane that they put I wonder. I should probably look at next time why they put a prohibition on alcohol because I don't know that. if it was just getting out of hand, where like government wanted a cut of every piece of alcohol sold, but people just, you know, like moonshining distilleries where it was total like underground operations, and then there's no, you know, no tax on that shit. I have no idea though.
Interesting though.
Very.
The fact that government.
It was just scary, kind of a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you did search some dark shit. So
Yeah,
a war that lasted 38 minutes.
Yeah, well.
The government poisoning the fucking.
And poor women back in ancient Greece not being able to see dongs.
Can't even see fucking Olympic dicks.
Olympic athletes with their big dongs.
Yeah, that's the dick you would want to see. Like if you want to see a dick, right? Sorry, I keep saying that, you know, but come on, let the woman see.
The unmarried women were allowed to go.
Yeah, that's true, but still, man.
So maybe
if you're married for so long,
if you're a smart young woman, you just never get married.
Yeah,
and you just have like hundreds of husbands, and you just keep coming back to the Olympic Games. You just dig.
Get that.
The dumbass goes there once, gets married, and then it's like, oh fuck. Yeah. And all her girlfriends like, yeah, we're going to the Olympics, girl. And she's like, I can't go.
Well, that's what they say about even the Olympics now as well. They say it's like a big fuck fest.
Between the athletes?
Yeah. Damn. Like in the village. Like holy apparently shit. They supply like fucking 20,000 condoms. No, I'm not even kidding. This came out.
For real?
Yeah. Look that up.
Well, they are
like apparently they're all young,
athletic,
like in their fucking 18, 19, you know. What are they gonna do? They're gonna fuck.
Well, they're all the fittest people in the world.
Exactly. Healthy, fit, good genetics, you know, good DNA.
Wouldn't that ruin your performance though? If you spend the night before having an orgy, and you're just drained, and then you got to go do freaking shot put the next day, and you just got no energy.
Yeah.
Like,
no, you wouldn't want to do it the day before or something. Do it after.
It's
celebrate.
Just a week behind. You're just going crazy, and then you got a week of recovery. You're like, oh.
I'd go to the Olympics just for that, like.
And then what? Get a fucking no medal.
Who cares?
Oh, I had a great time.
It's just the experience, you know.
That would be like a funny little skit. Some dude just goes to the Olympics to do that, and then when he turns up to
trains
the events,
all his life literally just for fucking Olympic orgies and shit.
And all his training is like sex related.
Yeah,
he's like doing like hip thrusts and shit, and he just skips to another athlete, and they're doing like jumping jacks and like doing all these heavy weights, and then he's back there and he's like doing like a side fuck. Side fuck. That'd be hilarious. And they're like, so what are you training for? He's like, all the events. And then he like drops out the week before after the orgy. He's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
All right, man.
My facts are pretty shit, eh?
Well, that's good.
I don't even have anything to talk about, so mine's are going to be a lot more sort of
represents our podcast.
Just straight to the point, you know.
Yeah, well, we can kind of discuss them a bit. But...
Yeah. Well, so the first thing that I wanted to mention, Venus, right?
Yeah.
Venus, not Serena Williams, Venus Williams, but
what?
You know Venus Williams?
No.
Okay, all right.
I'm out of the loop, right?
All right, okay. So in Venus, man, the days are fucking way longer, right? So 24 hours.
Because it's further out.
It just fucking
in orbit.
It just takes a lot.
It actually turns slower.
Yeah, a lot slower. So a day in Venus is actually 243 days, like Earth days. So like, let's say...
the sun doesn't set for that many days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ugh.
That's insane, eh?
Yeah, you couldn't live there.
Yeah. 243 Earth days. That's a day in Venus.
243. So that's what, like 100 days or a bit more off a year.
Yeah. So imagine we had that cycle here, and you work Monday to Friday. Literally take you 3.5 years till you reach the weekend. That's pretty fucked, eh? Or imagine we do a weekly podcast. It's like, all right, mate. See you in like 4 or 5 years.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit, you're right.
It's pretty intense, eh?
We wouldn't survive, though. Like, we're built on that day-night cycle. If you didn't get darkness until the end of the year, oh my God, bro, you'd be like...
You'd go crazy.
You'd be going nuts. But that wouldn't even be a year, would it? So wait, let's do the quick math. I'm shit at math, but let's try it.
Yeah.
So 243 days is 1 day. So then 2 days is like, 480 or something stupid. And then 3 days is fucking, another 200 plus 600, 700.
It's a long fucking
700.
time, bro. Long fucking time. It's like,
So
what are you doing
days,
today?
700.
I'm just chilling today, bro. You're there for 243 fucking days. Fucking
my
hell, that's a
God.
long time, eh? You'll get a lot of shit done though.
Probably kill yourself, mate.
Yeah, like I'm gonna take an annual leave.
But I bet that I
Take a
wonder
week
if there
off.
are creatures out there who do just live in the. Well, because isn't there like up in the I don't know if it's the what is it, Iceland or something?
Yeah, their day and night sort of
It's
is a bit
fucked.
different.
Like
yeah.
sometimes it's always night
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, for
Or
like
it's
a couple
always
of.
day.
It's not like as
like
long
in their
as
winter,
243
it's something
days,
different
but-
though. But it's like they don't see. I can't remember which one is the sun or nighttime for like weeks.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
crazy like that, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah, so I
insane.
guess places like that do exist.
I wonder
here
why
as
it
well.
orbits. Okay, well, no, because the orbit's different from the actual spin. Why does it spin so slow? Is it because it's out further? Like the further out the planet, the slower it has to spin because it's actually taking longer to orbit the sun because it's further out. You understand?
Yeah, probably. The gravitational forces probably isn't as.
Because is
strong
Mercury
on it.
the closest to the sun? Mercury's the closest.
Yeah.
That thing just goes around the sun compared to us, who we're like, and
Yeah.
I think it's like every time. I don't actually.
We're in a good sweet spot, I reckon.
Well, it's called the Goldilocks zone.
yeah.
Like literally
It's
called
perfect.
the Goldilocks zone,
Like,
where
literally perfect.
yeah, and
You
that's
can't have it any other way.
and I mean the universe is so big. I guarantee there's more Goldilocks zones out there. But I think because the universe is so big in our scope of things, the probability is so low. But in the grand scheme of things, it's like, dude, there's fucking planets with life on it everywhere. It's just so big, you're never gonna find it.
Exactly.
Unless you unlock light travel, like fucking Star Wars.
Or like fucking portals or something.
Portals to
Time-
somewhere, right? Which, who knows where you're gonna end up? It's like Interstellar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's just go through this black hole. It's like we don't know where we're gonna end up. I'm like, why are you going through that shit?
If you go through a black hole, you're dead, mate. You're dead. That shit
They
like
didn't die.
fucking eats fucking stars, bro.
Mate, they got through it, right?
Yeah,
and
that's
that
true.
movie is legit.
Oh yeah, I actually
actually
watched it
don't know.
again the other day.
Did you?
9th time, yep.
Were
Yeah.
you high again?
Yeah. What do you mean, were you high again? Is that even a question? How can you watch Interstellar if you're not high?
Yeah,
But my next movie to see though
Is?
sorry, I'm jumping off.
No, that's good. Keep going.
Tenet. Holy shit, that
Is that the one of the posters I'm seeing at the moment?
yeah, it's like with time. Christopher Nolan's movie. It's like
Yeah.
time travel shit. Like, well, not time travel, but like it's got like a theme
love a
around
good-
time. It's fucking.
love a good
it looks so
mindfuck.
good, bro. I can't wait. I hopefully I'll be seeing it.
Yeah, like the movies that the first time I watched them, Interstellar, Inception.
Yeah.
Can't remember what else, but movies like that where you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Those are the best. I love those.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
at the end you're like,
And then you want to watch it again with that information that you just
Exactly, 'cause
learn.
you're like, oh,
and then
'cause
you
then
pay
you-
attention to different things. You pick up on
because
new
you know,
things.
yes,
Yeah, exactly.
no, those are the kind of movies that are excellent.
Exactly.
The rewatchability on
Exactly.
those, it's like, yeah.
All right,
Alright,
so
you got another one?
speaking, we said 243 days. That's a slow motherfucker right there, right?
Yeah,
Now let's
catch up,
Let's
Venus.
let's talk about some fast motherfuckers. The Usain Bolts of stars. So there's these stars called neutron stars, right? They sort of form after a supernova explosion.
Mm-hmm.
And these fuckers can spin very, very fast. And when I say fast,
The actual stars
yes.
out in the universe.
Yes.
Okay.
And they fucking like spin, right?
Okay.
Now these fuckers, when they are first born through that supernova explosion, because they have that momentum, that energy, right?
Because they've been blasted apart,
Exactly,
basically.
exactly. They spin so fucking fast, man. They do a full round. In a second, they
Yeah.
do 60 fucking laps in 1 second.
So they do
Now
60
imagine
rotations.
a giant fucking star spinning that fucking fast.
So
Now
these are legit stars. Like
yeah.
big
This is
stars.
legit. Like it's legit giant
They're
fucking.
spinning that fast.
Yeah, and that's when they first, like after the explosion, right? When they are first sort of born, and they sort of formed, right? They sort of spinning that fast, and apparently it can speed up over time, and they say that
Wouldn't that create insane gravity?
I
Because
don't
that's
fucking know.
that's how it works, isn't it? Like, like a gyroscope little tool. Like when it spins, it can stay upright, and then when you tilt it, it still stays and spins. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but because it's spinning so fast, it creates its own gravity. So if that thing's spinning that fast and you get stuck in that orbit, you just
Bro, that's not even that fast. So when they're first born, they do about 60 times per second,
60
right?
rotations per second.
Exactly. But later on, they believe that it can increase up to 600 times. That's fucking.
That's something you can't even really comprehend, eh? Like that's something just turning once.
Yeah.
600 times in a second.
You wouldn't even be able to
How does this not rip
it.
reality apart?
I have no fucking idea. Isn't that shit insane though?
That's crazy. I also heard, this was weeks ago though, I saw this. Apparently there's going to be a supernova, a star. They're monitoring a star that's going to die soon.
Oh, really?
And apparently when it explodes, we're going to see it.
That'd be cool.
I hope we're alive, bro. And
I hope so
I
too.
want to see that.
I hope it happens
Like we're going to see it go...
That'd be sick.
Like a space explosion. Like the Death Star.
I'd love to see shit like that. That'd be sick.
Well, shit like that, like your little fact that you gave me, like that always just reminds me that it's like there's just stuff going on that you just
you just don't know.
I think it's important that we're trapped here on our little planet and we're sheltered from everything because we'd probably explode if we figured out. I mean, stuff like that.
We're so lost.
It's weird. It's like that information goes in your head, but I don't think we actually understand
it. Doesn't really, like, you think you understand
it,
but
then I reckon if you actually understood what that really was like, or if you actually went into space and saw that, you'd be like, it's like seeing, it's like, I know it's like a bit dark, but it's like when you're like, oh yeah, everyone dies, this and that, and then you actually see like a family member dead or something, like at a funeral or something, and you actually see the body and you're like, oh fuck, like you actually some understanding comes. And that's the same with this stuff.
Until you experience it. Yeah.
It's like, I reckon if you floated out into a little shuttle out into space and you saw this thing and it's just like, it's spinning so fast that it looks perfectly still. Or it's spinning so fast that it's just like a whirlwind of flame, just like this.
And what's also crazy is the fact that, you know, all this shit is happening in space, where there's explosions, there's fucking shit spinning around, whether fast or slow. And the fact that there's no fucking sound at all, like nothing makes noise. It's just...
Yeah, imagine being out there seeing everything moving and it's just
pitch
black quiet.
Like it's dead silence.
That'd be so freaky, man. You'd be like, ooh, what's going on? But just think about that. So just then, and then just then again, and then just then, that thing just went 600 times. 600.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
it's insane.
Jesus Christ, mate.
That is insane.
I barely do 600 of anything in my lifetime.
My last fact, this is, it's sort of a mixture of space and history.
Nice.
It's about, you know, when Apollo sort of landed on the moon, and the footprint. Now
you sure that's real?
What? Oh, the moon landing? Hey, it's probably fake. It was probably fake. It was just, I don't know.
As we know,
but
it was the alien.
Yeah, I don't even think it was. It was probably Disney, bro.
No, I think Transformers did a good show of what actually happened up there.
Yeah, well, I'd believe that.
Transformers.
I'd believe that.
It was big robots.
I'd believe that. Yeah. All right. So if we did go to the moon, if that shit is real,
of course we fucking went to the moon. All you idiots out there who don't think we went to the moon, whatever, have fun with that. Or think the Earth's flat. That's true.
Well, that is a fact.
Yeah, that is a fact.
I was gonna bring that up next week.
Cool. Okay. Well, we'll get to that.
We'll discuss that next.
Don't worry, I jumped ahead. So
Apollo's the footprints when they landed, whether it's the astronauts' footprints or when the craft and everything, because the moon's fucking environment, the erosion happens at a very, very slow rate, like compared to Earth.
Because the gravity's different.
Gravity's different, atmosphere's different. Yeah, exactly, right? So shit just stays still for a very, very long time. And they say that it would take over 100 million years for that footprint to disappear.
100 million years? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because literally what I've heard and seen on the moon, it's just dust. And on Earth, that would just blow over, right? But on the moon, there's no atmosphere.
Well, there's so much movement going on here, you know what I mean? Where nothing ever stays the same for that long.
Yeah, you've got wind, water, all that kind of stuff, which does erode stuff. And then, on the moon, there's nothing to move it.
There's no life
so these little grains of dust just stay there.
For over 100 million years.
So what if we're gone and aliens come to stop on the moon before they get to us and they see that footprint?
Or what if we should write shit on the moon, eh? We should use the moon as a whiteboard.
We actually, not the moon, but we've actually sent out, I will look this up a bit later. We've sent out a disc plate with all these drawings on it and shit to kind of explain what we are. Explain physics and kind of like the building blocks of our universe and stuff, of what we understand. And I think it's also, they've made it so it can be played if they have the right technology to play it. like it's a videotape as well.
Fair enough.
It's like this big gold disc, and I'd have to show it to you because it'll blow your mind. But it's like we have sent something out there.
That's pretty cool.
To do that.
I read this thing. It was just a shit post on Facebook, but it's like, imagine if the aliens were to come here, we'd have to explain to them why we pretty much kill them off in every movie. Like,
imagine if they're researching us right now and they're watching all the movies we've ever made and they're like, why are you always killing the... Why are you always fighting
why are
with
you
the
always
aliens?
coming out with the guns out?
Literally. We'd be like, we're just a disgusting species. All we know is war and death. And
Legit though.
No, it'd be split. If aliens did turn up, it would be split. There'd be half of us who are like, yeah, dude, aliens. And then all the Americans would be like, let's kill these fuckers. Let's kill these fuckers. This is our land. It's like,
Second Amendment, right?
Yeah, the Americans would be like, this is our planet. It's like, you remember when you guys slaughtered and murdered all the native Indians? I mean, same as us here. You remember when the British turned up and murdered all the Aboriginal people? Yeah.
Oh,
we're just as bad.
There was this book I saw on the internet. It was a kid's book, right? Teaching white kids about history. And it was teaching about Australian history, right? And it was like, when the first settlers came in, the Aboriginals, you know, thought they would give the land to these lovely people, and they thought they decided to move more inland so they can give this, like, they made it look like it was like it was just given to them. The Aboriginals were just like happy to hand things over to them. It's like, no, I don't think that's actually what happened. But
yeah, it's pretty.
It's just
Australian history's fucked, man. Like,
yeah.
To be real.
Yeah.
Like no one in a school system, I think, wants to really admit. I'm sure there are schools out there that do teach it, but it's still, even all these years later, it's still like, they had agreements, and it's like, no, the Aboriginal people had a very different idea of what land ownership is. There was no land ownership. They just lived off the land, and the land was like their place to like live and prosper. And it's like the British came in and were like, all right, we're dividing this up. We own this joint.
Same as like Indians as well, right?
The native Indians in America,
Native
American Indians. Exactly the same. It's like, dude,
Exactly
what
the
is
same.
this property bullshit you're
Exactly the
talking
same.
about? What's this money you're introducing?
They were happy living the way they were living.
All right, so this is the thing. I just looked this up quickly. The Voyager Golden Record are two phonograph records that were included aboard the Voyager spacecraft launch in 1977. The record contains sound and images selected to portray to portray life and culture on Earth, and are intended for any intelligent extraterrestrial life form who may find them. So,
But that was sent 1973.
It's just going.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop. They've just sent it into space. So all these things mean different things, but this is like our measurement system represented. I don't know how this works. There's like sound waves. This is time somehow measured. All this weird shit. That, I can't remember what that is. I think that's to represent atoms, like how the building blocks, like
That's pretty cool.
They've done this in a way that any intelligent life would be able to figure that out.
Yeah. It's like a puzzle.
It's so bizarre. And I don't know if you guys are even going to be able to see this.
What if aliens don't have eyes and they can't
I'm
see
just going to
that?
quickly put this into the screen. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to really see it. It might be shit quality. I'll find a better quality. Yeah, what if aliens don't have fucking eyes?
Like they just communicate through something else. I don't know.
I want to see if the camera can... I'm just going to hold that there for like 1 second. Just because I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just floating. In the hopes that
yeah.
someone finds it. That's it.
Well, same with that Roadster, right? Tesla.
Oh yeah, that's
Isn't
right. They
that
sent it
shit?
into space just to see where it can go.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Elon Musk is like, oh, who knows? Maybe some alien civilization will find it.
And you go,
Million
what's this
years.
piece of shit?
Or
look at these primitives.
Or they fucking like capture it and then they bring it to their planet and then like they invent cars. Let's say they never invented a car before and we help them.
Jesus.
You know what
And
I
then we
mean?
ruin their lives with all our bullshit.
Yeah.
At least it's electric.
That's it.
And they don't fuck up their planet. That'd be actually crazy.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Elon Musk, have you seen the Neurolink demo
Yeah,
that he
man.
did on those
Sure.
pigs?
I had a little look. Big step, I guess.
Yeah. Did you see how they can cut a 10, like apparently
Yeah.
his skull is like 10
It just
mil in
looks
thickness.
big, bro. It looks huge.
It's
man.
like a coin, maybe like a 50-cent coin.
But still, that's, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah,
But
they just take the
they
skin
they
off.
line it up with your
take the
skull. They
skull.
take your skull off,
Yeah.
a part of your skull,
Just
so
plop it in.
it sits flush with your head.
Yeah, and apparently there's little like micro wires that are like 10 times thinner than your hair follicle, and they go into your brain, and that's how it sends
and that sort of sparks.
Signals.
Yeah.
Connects with the synapses and shit, and
it's insane because they did the demos with the pigs, right? They had a bunch of different. I don't know.
They had 3 pigs.
Yeah. So like one of them was like had it and then taken out. One of them had 2 in there.
And now one's had it for over 2 months.
2 months, yeah, and it was still like.
And it's still they're still just testing it out.
And
I'm torn a bit.
They could read like because they could see all the signals. Did you see that demo where it would beep every time the pig fucking picked up a
understood
like
something.
a smell or something?
Right.
Like when it was eating, it would just like beep beep beep. Like in real time, they showed that, and the thing can sort of it's good at predicting shit as well.
Okay.
So just based on
it also
activity,
monitors the brain in a way, so it can potentially, because that was one thing I read. It was like it can monitor and potentially help with mental diseases, Parkinson's, whatever else, and that would be very beneficial, I reckon, if you did have that in your head and it found it 5-10 years earlier than. Then it's too late. You know what I mean? So,
exactly.
But I'm also torn. I don't want shit stuck in my head. I don't want to become a cyborg just yet.
But we will. Like
we will.
That's the future we're heading. That's
it's
just
kind of
be.
inevitable.
Yeah.
But
And he's saying it's like initially it's going to be very, very expensive, but he hopes to bring the price down to just a couple of $1,000s.
Do you think it's like a big dark agenda though? They're putting it out for commercial use, but it's really just a thing to put in your head so they can monitor you and control you and see what's going on. And then in the end, they just hit a button and we all just go, "Zleh," and we all just become their creatures, and we build them a bunch of pyramids.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But it would be definitely cool, if it's stuff like I was saying to you yesterday, if you have it in your head and you can understand all languages. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be
like someone
fucking
just speaks to you and it's translating it straight into your brain and you just hear it in English what they're saying or whatever language you speak. You know what I mean? Like that would be cool. You know what I mean?
Just the possibilities are kind of like the longer it goes on, the more advancements we make in technology and science.
In 10 years, it's going to be tiny. It's going to be like
it'll just be a thing you put it under your tongue or something, and it's just like
or you just snort it and it goes into your brain. You're fine. You're ready to go.
In that case, just have mushrooms instead. If you want to activate more brain power.
Yeah, but that only lasts for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Elon's like,
forever.
Fitbit for your brain.
Yeah, Fitbit for your brain.
So yeah, it's going to be a monitor. It's going to be a monitoring thing for your head, and it's going to check everything. And
well, they said just based on the information they can get, like when they were showing those pigs, just the information that fucking chip gives them, they know exactly where each muscle is at any given time, like in position to the body. Is it activated? Is it moving? Just based on reading the data, which is fucking insane. So like imagine you have it on your head, right? Me just reading that information, the data from your head, I know how your fingers are positioned. I know you've got your leg crossed, your muscle is maybe compressed on that part. Like, I know every detail, which is fucking scary, but also quite interesting in a way. Like, I'm sort of torn in between. Like, I love the fact that we're going in that direction. Just because I know the benefits that we will have when it comes to medicine and treating certain illnesses.
But if there's a headquarters where all that information goes to,
well, yeah, that's the thing.
Someone can see exactly what you're doing every moment of the day.
Well, that's the thing, right?
If you're in there with your girlfriend and they're just like, yep.
You just got an erection.
Yeah, like they know exactly what's going on. Oh, this dude's, his adrenaline's really high. Something's going on. Like what's he doing?
Let's check his location.
He's just, his fingers just done this. He's pulled the trigger. He's fucking shot someone. You know what I mean? It's like you will not be able to get away with shit. If that information is able to relay to like a mega server where someone can just monitor it all the time, no one's going to get away with shit anymore.
Well,
you're not going to need surveillance.
Yeah, for sure. But in saying that, I mean, they're already kind of doing that at the moment anyways. With your phones and with like everything's fucking smart.
So
now.
Do you think this gives us more freedom or it totally takes away?
Both. Both.
Yeah.
It makes you think that you have more freedom, and you kind of do, but
then you're exchanging all this information.
Powerhouses have every fucking information. Like even fucking Facebook, man. Like the other week you mentioned something. I've never heard Teal mentioned the show to me before.
Yes.
Right? I've never even heard of it in my life. It was literally my first time hearing it. I get home, I don't know if it was the same day or the next day or something. Fucking YouTube just recommends it to me. It's like on my recommend. And like, I'm not subscribed to that channel or anything.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's
like,
definitely happened.
It's like, okay, how does that, clearly they're listening. So it's not going to change much whether they fucking, but then I guess if they can listen to your brain, even when you're not talking, you know, they can hear all the fucked up shit you say.
Or the fucked up things you think about.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want that, eh?
Because, like, we're normal people, but we have fucked up thoughts.
Everyone has fucked up thoughts.
Yeah. And I bet people are going to jump on that.
We just don't act on them.
There's going to be a new movement. It's going to replace the Me Too movement. It's just going to be like a thought movement where it's like if you have one single fucked up thought, put him in jail. He's a fucking crazy man. Put him in jail. I don't know, dude. It's going to be... It makes me nervous. But hopefully... Look, it's annoying because it's like... I'm right at the beginning of my fucking life and it's like, oh yeah, it's already been 22 years. Give another 22 years and then another 22 years. I'm going to be like close to 70. A lot of fucking shit's going to happen in those years. And it could so possibly be that we've got robot... I mean, we've already got robot vacuums. You know, what are they called?
Yeah, they just fucking go around.
Yeah, so who knows? You got a robot made.
One of my friends bought one, right? One of these newer models. And you can literally, like, should be at work, right? And you can just switch it on from your phone.
To work at home.
Mm-hmm. And it will just start vacuuming. And if it's about to run out of battery, it knows where it's left off. It knows what part of the house it already vacuumed and what part it still needs to vacuum. Goes back into the station, charges itself. Once it has enough fucking battery to finish the rest of the house, goes out, does this thing, and then fucking parks again. That's fucking hell, man. Say that to someone in ancient Greece, you know, when they're worried about fucking Olympic dicks. Bro, calm down, bro. So much. That's what's gonna happen.
You say fucking like every second word. I've been monitoring you for like the last 40 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta get on top of that.
Sorry, boys.
No, it's alright. No, I was listening, dude.
Yeah, that's true. But your family is. I shouldn't swear.
I actually wonder who is listening. I think someone texted me the other day and was like, oh, I just listened to episode 5 or something.
Oh, yeah.
I've listened to 3 of them. I'm like...
Oh, cool.
Like, how dare you? You're supposed to be my friend. Why don't you... what about episode 9? You know what I mean? But I actually checked out the analytics for it. They're going up.
Are they?
We've got 6 listeners on... 6 listens on iTunes.
Oh, shit. Damn, son.
And there's still not enough data on both sides, so it's like not enough data.
Yeah.
But somehow there's 6 listeners and 6 hours listened. So that means each listener would have had to listen to at least 1 episode.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you can get 1 listener every fucking Venus Day, you know, every
249 every 249 days.
Would be sweet.
No. Well, okay, 249 days. How many weeks is that?
Oh, man. Come on, man.
Is that like...
Divide that shit.
How many weeks there in a year? 52. I don't know. Let's say that's like 38 weeks. That's 38 podcasts.
Yeah. It's a long time.
That's a lot, man.
We've only done 10.
Oh.
It's good, though. Yeah. What mark are we up to for this episode?
53, mate. 53 minutes.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
We barely... we just went through the fucking... We
smashed through all that stuff quickly. Is there anything else that's been going on? I haven't really paid attention to anything else going on at the moment.
What, like around the world? Like
yeah, I literally haven't really been paying too much attention to
America's
still in the shit.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw the recent shooting.
And what? Just recent?
Because another African American got shot 7 times in the car with his kids in the back seat. Just killed.
Cops?
Mm-hmm. Cops killed him. So riots and shit everywhere again. And then this 17-year-old kid pretends to be a medic, right? So he goes out on the street where there's riots and stuff everywhere. He literally has a backpack with like medicine, and so what he's saying is he's there to help people, but he has a fucking automatic rifle on him as well. He's like, oh, this is just to protect myself. So he goes out into this neighborhood where there's riots going on everywhere. There's African Americans everywhere, and this kid comes out of nowhere with his gun. And obviously, when people see a white American inside those protests with a bloody rifle in his hands, people saw him as a threat. They attacked him. So someone punched him. He fell onto the ground. As he got back up, he just started shooting people. He shot like 3 people. And he's only 17. And the cops were there. Cops saw him. There's actually footage. There's videos on Facebook where people were recording him. And people were asking him questions. They're like, oh, what are you doing, man? He's like, oh, man, I'm just here to help people. I just got this gun to protect myself in case if anything happens to me, blah, blah, blah. Which is fair, but come on, man.
America's a shit show at the moment.
It's a game, man. It's a game. These 17-year-old kids are going like, he's like, yeah, cool. All right,
I'm gonna take this. It sounds like to me like GTA or something. Yeah. Fucked up.
Like people, like that kid wanted to be attacked so then he could use his gun. And it's America.
Or
like
some hero complex, like some weird hero.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, he has the right, Second Amendment. He does have his right to defend himself if he is attacked.
Let's just get rid of the amendments. Like no other country has that garbage.
But they won't. They won't.
But why Americans are like, we're so important because we have these amendments. It's like, you're the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. No other country has these stupid amendments about guns and all this dumb other shit where it's like, I have the right to do this. It's like, we all have fucking rights and we don't bullshit about it. I'm getting angry. I'm getting mad. I'm sick of these.
Does that mean I'm always angry?
Sick of these goddamn Americans, man.
No, but it's true though. It is messed up, man.
And I don't mean all Americans. I just mean
yeah, of course. You can't.
What's going on at the moment is full on, and a lot of people are getting into it. And I feel like a lot of the people who've had these ideas about, semi crazy people are like opportunity right now. They're like, yes, perfect.
I feel like America is so divided right now as a nation. It's not even funny.
No, it's not even.
I don't know any other nation that's as divided as America right now.
Well, you and I have never seen anything like this in our lifetime.
No.
But I'm trying to think when something like this did really happen. I mean, there's been like, wars, but like a civil war. But again, a civil war in a country where everyone has an automatic rifle now. It's gonna turn into. I mean, like what?
I mean, look, I don't
see it being like one side. It's just gonna be everyone versus everyone.
There's always been corruption and these sort of things happening in third world countries where shit happens all the time. But for America, a powerhouse, like a world powerhouse country,
it's become a like melting pot.
It's become a joke as well. Like like it's. I mean, you have to take America seriously just because how powerful they are, but at the same time, like, everyone, like, it's...
Well, that's all
so
they
you
got,
see it every year, man.
We got the biggest military.
You see the Black Friday deals happen in America and people literally,
like beating the shit out of each other, trying to get a TV.
Oh, I want this kettle. Like, come on, man. Shit like that doesn't happen anywhere else in the world. Only in America. Only in America.
Man. Well, I'm glad that we're in Australia here, and if shit does go down like that...
Yeah, I'm glad
there's a lot of land that we can escape.
A lot of land, and people are just more chill here, man.
Yeah, and maybe 1% of Australia's population, not even that, probably has a gun.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Not even that, man.
And the less people that have a gun, the less people are gonna get into trouble. It's like if everyone's got a gun, then we're all equal. It's the Wild West. Draw, bitch. You know.
Well,
what I mean?
yeah, because if everyone can get a gun, you're like, fuck. Well, I want to get a gun because what if
someone with a gun comes and robs me and my family?
I'm not going to be able to defend myself.
And it just ups the rate people are going to get shot.
Like, then it's just easy.
I'm not anti-gun. I'm anti-fucking American now.
Yeah. Yeah,
like, no other country has this problem with guns that I know of. Other countries are fucked up.
Well, New Zealand banned their
Russia
guns.
Are pretty rough.
Australia banned their guns. What was it, in the 1920 or something when that incident happened? And same thing with New Zealand after the Christchurch mosque
and before
attacks.
that, even they did have like restrictions on guns, and after that, they were just like outright banned. Which but again, these amendments, these rights and laws that they cling on to, allows them so strongly to cling onto this idea of what an American is.
Well,
you know?
Yeah, exactly. And because they're
stuck on an idea that was prevalent in the 1800s. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? They're American.
Update. You know, move on. Update.
Yeah, it's like, bro, it's different now.
Get with the times.
Get rid of your guns.
Back then, when they made the amendments, the guns, they were not accurate, and you had to reload after every shot.
Yeah, flintlocks.
Yeah, like
bang, shit, I missed. Oh fuck.
Yeah, and then it's like put the shit in there.
Now it's just
now you just go up to a concert, you get a room and fucking Mandela Bay, and
I'm sure if I lived in America, I'd be exactly the same. I'd be like, dude, give me a gun now.
I would definitely buy a gun if I lived in America.
100%.
Like, not to use it, but I'm like, okay, if someone wants to
defend myself,
exactly.
You know?
And that's what happens, man. People road rage. They get out of the car, someone pulls out a gun. Yeah. Oh shit! Boom.
And here in Australia, road rage might have been a fist fight, or just be shit talking.
Mate.
Then you go to the pub together. You know, in America, there's no pub going. It's just, you know,
do you watch
who's the biggest with the
dash cams Australia?
I think once I have.
Oh, dude, I love those videos.
What, people just getting pissed at each other?
Yeah, these people like they do like, you know, month of August on the road, and you just see like people. It's funny, some of the reactions. It's like Australians all react the same freaking way. Oi, dickhead! That's all. Someone runs a red light. It's like, oi, dickhead! Same reaction from
because
everyone.
no one really gives a shit here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're so laid back, as a nation.
Yeah, for better and worse.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the stuff going on in America now is due, like, a lot of the stuff that, you know, like a lot of this rioting and stuff in America is due to the fact that they are kind of like, we got to do something. And that's good. In Australia, that shit does not happen, man. If there's an issue we're all concerned about, we just stay at home and jabber about it, you know? It's like people go out there and protest, but it's like, it's nothing on the scale of like, let's say, protests in China. The whole country just goes, nope, and just goes on strike. It's like,
not enough people care enough here.
Not enough people care.
To actually.
But then there's a difference, I think, in a place like China and America, where I think everyone's a lot closer together. It matters more to them. Where here in Australia, we're a bit more separated. And so it's not as big a deal for us because it's not directly affecting. But also, in countries we're all mashed together, like in, let's say, in a Chinese city, I don't know, like.
But also at the same time, Australia's history is very different, right? We're very multicultural.
We're a freaking prison planet,
society,
prison country.
Yeah, we are. Whereas like other countries are a lot more sort of patriotic in a way where, you know, like, hey, this is my country, this is my flag.
There's a very small amount of Australians who are very patriotic, and good for them. But most Australians don't really care.
No,
we love Australia. It's a incredible country, but we're not going to be like, rock the Australian flag.
Yeah,
you know? I love people who do that. I'm like, good on you, mate, but what the fuck? You know? Because like in America, you know, I mean, there was that whole sting over, what is it, the Confederate flag and all that shit. That was a whole big deal. And that race car driver, he's like, if I can't, he's like, if I can't rock the Confederate flag, I ain't racing. And he's like, got 200 losses and like never won a race or some shit. He's some random guy no one knows about. He's like, I'm fucking going on strike. They're like, okay. He's like, shit, I thought this was gonna make a difference. It's hilarious, man.
Some people just live in this bubble.
Yeah, I don't know the history behind the Confederate flag. Was it like a big racist big deal or something? Like a real white nationalist kind of Confederate? Right. Well, there you go. Why do people still rock it then? Is it representing something else?
No, it's just they're just.
It's still just I'm a racist.
Yeah, pretty.
Here's
much.
my flag.
Yeah, like KKK and shit.
Did you see the black dude?
Which one?
The black racist guy. Well, not racist, but he's like the only black dude in a crowd of like white people, and he's like, yeah, man. I believe they can't tear down these statues. They represent something to me, and it's like.
Oh, he's like, being like a hillbilly, like he's being.
No, he's legit.
Oh.
He's like, my grandfather was white. You know, and he fought in this war.
Does he talk like that?
Yeah,
he's
like
a real
African American. He's an African American dude, and he's a real Southern. I got to show you it, man.
Wow. Okay.
And he's full like, yeah, my whole family's white. I was adopted. He was adopted. You remember Clayton Bigsby, Dave Chappelle skit?
Yes.
The blind black dude who thinks he's white and he's full racist. Do you remember that, Clayton Bigsby?
Shit.
He's a blind black guy. He's Dave Chappelle. He's. Yeah.
It's familiar, but I don't remember that.
He's full on. He's like he's this black guy, and he's in the whole KKK suit, and no one knows he's black. And he's like down with the establishment. He's like he's saying all those bad words and shit. And then at one point they're like, Clayton, we want to see your face. And he's like, you want to see my face? And the dude's like, no. And he's like, you want to see my face? And he takes off the mask, and they're just like, and someone's head explodes, and someone vomits. And it's like, silence. And it's just full silence. Yeah. But that's literally what's going on now. There's this dude who's like supporting this white supremacy shit. Because he's like, my grandfather was white. I was adopted into a white family.
That's funny.
I'm like, okay, the world's going a bit crazy at the moment.
You know what I'm keen though? I don't know if you saw, but Sacha Baron Cohen.
Is he doing another thing?
He's doing... he got caught, like, people saw him in his Borat character. So, like, imagine him doing Borat now, like, with the virus and, like, all this racist shit, crazy stuff going in America. Man, there's going to be some gold.
This is the perfect time for him to just slaughter.
There's going to be some gold coming out of that.
Because everything's so on edge, this is what he thrives in. Yeah. Dude, because his, what was it? Welcome to America, or This Is America, what was it? His most recent one?
This Is America, I think.
Right? Yeah, he just...
Yeah, on Stan,
That was rough, man.
Yeah, it was,
That was so full on, and he did not give two shits.
My mate from work, Jeremy, he just started watching that.
Oh, really?
And yeah, he's like, holy fuck. Like,
dude, his balls are so huge. Yeah. He's got the biggest balls. Most people would be like so thoroughly cancelled and never be able to work on any project. Yeah. But he gets work. Like he
doesn't care, man. He gets sued. He still does shit. The part where he goes to like an MMA training thing, he's like, how do you defend yourself against the guy with a dildo? He's just got a dildo in his head. And the guy's doing like karate moves and shit. He's like, what about if he has a black dildo? He gets out a giant black dildo. And then he's like, what if he has two dildos? He's got two in his head.
Is that him as the military guy? Like,
no, he was just playing Bruno.
Oh, that's back in the day.
Yeah, you know, the Austrian gay...
Yeah, doesn't he do that as well? He goes into the cage?
Yeah,
and he's fighting the guy and they start fucking...
You know, that actually caused a riot?
Yeah, he did that
like
legit.
Legit riot, yeah.
They were like, and they were all like Confederate boys. They're like, what the fuck?
They were in Texas, man. They were making out in front of everyone.
Do you know how brave you have to be? Like, you get killed
I know.
for doing that shit. Like, you know, who's going to hear about it?
Man, he tried to kidnap Pamela Anderson.
What?
Yeah, in Borat, the movie.
Legit?
Yeah. He went in jail for that.
Really?
Yeah, he's pretending to be from Kazakhstan, right? He's like, oh, I made this for you. It's like just a fucking bag. He's like, this is your name, this is my name, this is today's date, the day we get married. And then Pam's like, no thanks. Because he's at a book signing. She's like, no thanks. He's like, come on, we get married. And then he just bags her up, lifts her up, and like literally takes off with her on her.
Is she like screaming?
Yeah, she's screaming, and security comes and tackle him to the ground, and he gets. And then, I'm not attracted to you anymore. And he's like, nah. Boris, I love Boris.
He's the most brave soul. Yeah. I'm glad we got people like him.
Yeah, we need people like him.
We need people like him just to remind us that we've got to fucking not take stuff so seriously, and also just show us how stupid things are. Like the bit in his most recent This Is America thing when he gets the little fat senator guy or something, and he's dressed up as this big Israeli army guy, and he's like, how do you defend yourself against the terrorists? And he's like, well, they are very afraid of gays. And he's like, if you take your pants down and you show them your bottom and you run at them, my friend, you're safe. And the dude takes his fucking pants down.
And he doesn't what does he say? Up to him or something?
He says he shouts something. Yeah. I can't remember what he shouts. He's like, oh,
yeah, he makes him pull his pants down and then like make him the guy shouting something him.
Because it's like if the ISIS guys, you know, touch a gay guy or something, he says he's like they go to hell or whatever, or Allah kills them or something crazy. I'm gonna search up because I really wanna. Are we allowed to play that?
I don't know. I think. Yeah,
I just want to hear what he shouts because it's so fun.
What he shouts?
He tells the guy to shout something, like as he's running, and he's like, now you have to shout to this guy.
Yeah. I remember. I don't remember what he said, but I remember that segment.
Alright, I'm gonna play. I just might need to be quiet, but Because I don't know if we're allowed to even play people's shit on here. But then doesn't he play like a disabled dude as well? Who's like not actually disabled or something? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Anyway,
I watched it when it first came out.
Yeah, legit.
I should watch it again.
I want to watch it again. Is it only on Stan?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you ever watched like Chris Lilly stuff or something.
Who's that?
Don't you know Chris Lilly is?
No. Who's that?
He's in Australia. Oh my god.
Okay, go.
Put the volume up.
America.
Louder with America.
Oh my god, man. You want to show that?
I don't know if I can, man.
You can show a small bit.
You show some skin. Okay, show it to me.
Oh my god.
Try to touch me. I'll touch you. I'll touch you with my buttocks. I'll touch you. You're gonna drop the gun, or I'll touch you. USA. Okay.
USA. Oh my god.
Apparently that dude got fired.
Well, no shit.
He got kicked out of whatever little senate he was part of.
Small.
I hope we're allowed to play. I don't know. Sorry if you guys didn't hear any of that. We were just having a good giggle at. I don't know. That did play in the audio, but
Yeah.
legit.
So pretty much, Sacha Baron Cohen made this
somehow he
senator.
coaxes these people into just like. I just don't understand how you could be in that situation and not be like, dude, this is such
But he
horseshit.
comes off. But he goes in with like a very high production, and his
like
character.
it's all legit.
Yeah, like it's all legit. Like even when he was doing Borat, because he, what's that chick's
back
name
then no
from
one knew who he
American
was.
Idol?
I hadn't watched American Idol.
One
A
of the
judge.
judges, yeah, from American Idol, because she's in that in the Bruno movie where this Mexican guy comes out and he's got food all over his body. He's naked, like it's like he's the table pretty much, and then she just leaves, right? And anyway, she actually sued Sacha Baron Cohen for that interview. And she goes, I did not, like, she goes, I believed him because they were speaking in a different language and he had his producer or something. And she goes, it looked like they were foreigners. Like, you couldn't tell the way they were, you know what I mean? So he knows his shit. He knows how to make people.
Well, back then it was a lot easier. I reckon now it's difficult as
Oh,
fuck.
it'd be
'cause
harder
everyone knows
now.
who he is. Like,
Yeah.
even if you see that guy dressed up like that character, you can see that that's Sacha Baron Cohen. Like, you know his look.
Okay, but if he was to come up with a new character and then he came to you, you wouldn't be
Well,
sure.
I think in that there was a character that was just didn't look like him at all.
Yeah, like the hillbilly looking one.
Yeah.
The blonde one, like fat, overweight.
Like, just didn't look like him at all, and he pulled it off. So I guess he just keeps coming up with really fun characters.
Exactly.
But that's so crazy that he goes and finds some dude in Parliament in that state and goes, hey man, I want to teach you some self-defense against terrorists. Now shout louder.
Yeah.
America! I'm going to touch you. I'm going to touch you with my buttocks. I'm going to make you gay. It's like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, literally straight after the dude was like, had to resign because everyone was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? There was a massive stink. They're like, get rid of this guy. And he was like, what? And he was all like releasing stuff. He was like, oh, I thought it was legit. Same as what you're saying. And it's like, bro.
Yeah, he knows how to trick people. He's been in the business for too long, man. Like,
He's
even
a
when he's back in Ali G days where, he would
Ali G,
interview
that
an
was so-
atheist,
He interviewed Trump
priest.
once, bro.
Yeah, atheist, priest, a porn star, and a virgin. That was his episode. He had an atheist, a porn star, a priest.
All together?
All together. And he was just laying
He's
it
a
to the
savage,
virgin guy. He's like asking questions to the porn star. He's like, so do you like, is it better to work with, men with bigger, blah, blah, blah. And then every time the virgin guy wanted to say something, he's like, you don't talk. You can't talk, You got no experience.
Ali G was the best character. I loved it. Because he made a movie. I don't know if he did his show first and then the movie.
Yeah, show first and then
Show first, yeah, because that made him a huge deal.
Yeah.
But Ali G was the best because literally no one knew what the fuck was going on. He got all these like quite
NBA,
up there people to
yeah.
interview. Like I said, he interviewed Trump at one point. He interviewed all these, big politicians. And he's like, he just acts. My favorite one, I can't remember which one it is, but he's interviewing a guy and he just asked the dumbest question. And because they're politicians, they're just like, oh, yeah, go along. And you can see Sasha, he's like in character, he goes like that and he's like trying so hard not to laugh.
Yeah.
You can just see him and he's like, he starts rifling through his pages and he's trying so hard not to smile. It's hilarious, man.
I like his interview with Kobe Bryant. I think it was with Kobe Bryant. He's like, so how many springs does a basketball have? Kobe's like, it doesn't have any. He's like, how come it's bouncing then? Kobe's like, it's just air. He's like, well, there's air in this room. How come this room ain't bouncing? And Kobe's like, what the fuck are you going on about?
Oh my god.
It's funny.
Oh well, I'm
It's funny.
gonna be waiting for his next thing. Then.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Anyway, we're about to do a minute 15, so I guess we'll
Yeah.
cut it off there. Like I said, oh great, the garbage truck shows up. That's so loud. Anyway, like I said, we'll play a bit of the song, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
You know it'd be funny if
What?
my phone died right now.
What percentage are you on?
8, and it usually dies around now.
Oh, really?
So we'll see. We'll play. Are we gonna play the whole thing?
Yeah, fuck it. Play it.
All right.
Not like anyone's gonna listen to it anyway.
You hear that? Up the hill, go.
No one's gonna listen. No one's even gonna get to this part of the podcast anyway.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
We'll be alright.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully the next episode will actually start.
Yeah, we'll have it. Well, what I'm about to play is gonna be the start.
Mm.
And then probably just the instrumental for the outro.
Mm-hmm.
Garbage truck always likes to turn up. All right, here we go. I don't know how this is gonna sound.
She's looking at us like, I'm not coming on. She's like, fuck your podcast, I don't want to be part of it. She's stage shy. It was Anna. Yeah, well, let's pretend it wasn't Anna for a second.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, cheers. Good shit.
I need to eat, bro. Take 2.
All right, catch you on the
And
next
we're
podcast,
out.
guys.
See you later, boys.